All right, y'all. So this has been going back and forth in the news. I know we've kind of brought it up a couple times, but today is not so happy. Brittney Griner, we thought she was gonna get released for, what was it, an arms
trade? We thought she'd be traded.
Unfortunately, she has now been sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison.
So does that mean they proved that she was in possession of drugs? And
Well, it's Russian prison.
Yeah. The gulag. I don't think they need that.
I think you don't really have to prove it.
You know?
Give me a little recap. I've been living under a rock.
So Brittney Griner is a WNBA star.
Okay.
They oftentimes go to like Russia during the off season and stuff like that to play in just like different leagues and stuff because obviously there's more of a seasonal kind of thing for the league over here. She goes over there and she has one of those like weed vape cartridge type things on her, right? But unfortunately, timing and diplomacy and politics plays a part in this one because the Russia-Ukraine war and the position of the United States and stuff like that, you know, in the face of democracy and trying to support Ukraine, makes it so it becomes a little bit of a political standoff and an example when they catch somebody like a Brittney Griner who has a public face. So now it's not just like, oh, you know, this...
she's leverage.
Yeah, she is leverage. It's not just some random person who did something. It's like, oh, we can use this because there's going to be like public-facing like backlash for the American people, especially if they don't reach out and do something. So they're using her as leverage. And there was a moment, actually like 2 weeks ago, I believe, 2 or 3 weeks ago, when everybody thought that the trade was going to happen for a Russian arms dealer. It was going to be Brittney Griner and...
It was like a negotiation for... It was like more than 2 people.
Yeah. Victor Kalishnikov.
Something like that. Yeah. I believe it.
Yeah.
Especially in that outfit. But
Tell no to this guy?
now how the turntables, am I right?
Yeah, am I right?
Turntables.
Obviously they got to make an example of
Yeah.
Brittney Griner, and so unfortunately now she is facing 9 years in a wrist.
You know who? You know, there's only one person that can solve this. It's Steven Seagal.
That's true. He's friends with Vladimir.
Yeah, he's actually friends with Putin. Maybe Jesse Ventura.
Hey, maybe Rodman. Get him in there a little bit.
Rodman's a great diplomat.
Rodman could do it.
Yeah,
And he also plays basketball, so
he does.
plus.
He does.
He knows the game of basketball very well.
Yeah.
He could show Putin a couple things about basketball.
Teach him how
As a trade. That's part of the trade.
You know, it's crazy. I looked up Brittney Griner. Griner?
Griner.
Griner? She could dunk pretty well.
Oh yeah?
Wow.
That's pretty tight.
Do you know what the hoop height was on the video?
Oh, it's standard, bro.
Like junior high? It's not the junior high courts?
It was like
Was it Fisher Price?
it was play school, I think.
Jesus.
But she was doing it between her legs, though. She did the honey dip one where she puts her whole fucking elbow.
Did she
in there.
really?
But on the play school.
Oh, the play school. Yeah.
But she dunks in games, bro. She dunks in games.
She's watching this video, looking at you, going 9 years, man. I'm getting 9 years.
Nick Dunn.
She's gonna kick my fucking ass, bro.
Oh, 100%.
But this is her chance for the longest yard moment. This is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, right. Longest yard.
Nah, dude, cheer me out.
That's the bright side.
She's gonna go to the gulag. They're gonna be like, hey, you know, the Russian guy's gonna be like, hey,
Nice
play some
dunk.
basketball. Heard you're a basketball player, because she's literally the tallest woman in Russia for sure. You guys see the video? Did you guys see the video of her?
She's really tall.
getting walked out with all the Russian
Dude,
cards.
it looks like she could just run away.
She could beat all her fucking asses.
Yeah, she could jump over their head and run.
and jump over the border.
The wall's only built to a. She just.
Yeah. Well, they're built to standard Russian women height, which is like 4'5".
Dude, that cell must be so cramped for
Russian
her, bro.
women, the tallest Russian women before Brittney Griner showed up was 4'5".
That's the average height.
The freaking stats. Wait, so did any of you guys know who she was prior to this news?
Hell no.
Yeah, dude.
That's why they don't allow women drivers in Russia, because they can't even see over the steering wheel.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare.
But 5'4".
Just that.
They just look at the dash cam.
They can only see the steering wheel, the lower part of the steering wheel.
Bunch of hair.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
So she's not like a. Prior to this, she wasn't like a. You know, like what? Shit, I'm trying to name a WNBA player. I can't.
She's a big.
Whoops! Lisa Leslie!
She is a big deal in that WNBA.
That's all I got.
I didn't even mean to make fun of that.
Cheryl Swoops.
No, she is a big deal in that.
She's a huge deal.
Hey, the truth always makes fun of the WNBA harder than anything else.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
That's true.
Yeah. See?
So during the sentencing, the judge over there said that she had found that Griner intentionally broke the law and also fined her 1 million rubles, which is really about $16,000.
Now she's got to do the conversion too. That's a pain in the fucking ass.
That's a pretty like
She's gotta get it all converted all, dude.
clear fuck up, right? Like you bring drugs into
It is.
into Russia. That's kind of like even if you go to Malaysia or Singapore, have you seen that sign at the terminal? It's literally like like a don't walk thing, but it's a fucking soldier silhouette shooting like with a gun on a dude's head, and it says like traffickers like no trial, you just die.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just execution.
Intrigued. You're like, oh wow, wow, that seems pretty cool.
I think
They
I
add color
saw
to it too. It's like
something.
red blood.
Hey, this is what will happen, fuckhead.
And next to it, there's like a no durian sign.
You bring fucking durian in here. 2 rolls here. Fucking face.
Same thing, blood.
Ooh, that better not be a durian or meth.
Imagine being over there and you're like, what the fuck's going on? They're about to set a guy on fire and they're like, Dorian. And you're like, oh,
Oh shit, that guy fucked up.
About to set him on
Or
fire.
you're like, good.
Let me join in.
Hey, can I light him up?
That definitely does suck, but yeah, if it's a freaking crime in another country, what can we do about it?
But apparently she was playing over there, overseas a lot, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what
Fucking
a lot of
fly,
people
dude.
do, right? Again, a lot of people do that off season, right? They play in different leagues. They play in their like home country, right? A lot of international stars in the NBA go back to their home country to play in their summer leagues and whatnot. But obviously, yeah, Ryan's right. At the end of the day, like regardless of the situation, you bring drugs into a country that doesn't allow it.
How much time is she doing?
So right now it's a 9.5-year sentence.
Whoa.
The 9-year sentence was close to the maximum 10 years that Griner had faced under the charges. Prosecutors asked for a 9.5-year sentence. Griner's defense lawyers said they would appeal, and the defense team said that in sentencing, the court had ignored all evidence it had presented and Griner's guilty plea.
Damn, they were really just like, fuck.
They're like, I don't care.
She pleaded guilty.
Oh, you got it!
No, I didn't. I didn't get it. I didn't get
No,
it.
you didn't?
I didn't. Since
Man, I wish you did. Sorry.
She's clapping for the plea. She pleaded guilty July 7th, and since then they're counting that towards her sentence date. But
Is there any type of thing, like here you get sentenced to like 25 years and then go, oh, you've been pretty good. You can go out to the public after 4 or some shit.
I think in Russia it's a week early. You get out a week early.
time there.
Yeah, they're like,
7
you can
days,
get
I
out
think.
like
Yeah,
7 days
7 days.
early.
what are things that we know to be absolute truths about like Russian prisons?
Have you been to Russia?
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, have you been to Russian prison?
Because you're the only one I
never
think
been.
that's
Yeah,
been to Russia.
I've been to Russia.
Have you? Because a lot of dancers I know have been to Russia.
what's it like?
Russian prison.
Russia is very, very different in the winter and in the summer. I'll tell you that.
What do you mean, like one snows, one's sunny?
Yeah, very good.
Is it humid there?
No.
No, it's not humid.
No, Russia. I mean, Russia is a nice place. In terms of what I experienced, being able to go into places like Moscow, which has really, really terrible traffic. By the way, it took me like 2 hours to get like 30 feet.
Worse than LA.
Yeah, in the thick of it. Being in a place like St. Petersburg is beautiful. Ekaterinburg is some place I went that's not so beautiful but still cool.
Did you get a list of things not to do when you go there?
No, honestly, I think one of the first times I went to Russia for the dance community is one of those places that like they bring you out first. It's like it's almost like one of the earliest countries that brings people out, and it's almost if you're a choreography teacher, if you will, like you almost have to pay your dues by going through Russia and then go into a bunch of other like
Wow. Is there like a big dance community there?
huge dance community.
How many people dress like Steve?
Damn it, you beat me
Is it
to it.
everybody?
Probably half of the country dresses like Steve.
Okay,
That's pretty
pretty
tight.
good.
No, but Russia's fucking amazing dancers. So they have really, really strong big dance community stuff like that. But they bring you out, and one of my first experiences going out there, because I didn't know that we would have to like, travel by train from city to city to go teach. But they put you on a train, and then they have those trains like in Harry Potter where it's like 4 beds and stuff. And I got put on a train with 3 giant Russian dudes, this really compact thing. And then it's like an overnight train. I've never fucking traveled to teach like this before. And so like my entire scope of Russia was always like, this is a culture shock. But I was accepted as that, you know what I mean? Same thing, like when you go to, what is it, not Red Square, but whatever it is.
Zangief.
Zangief Square.
Where the main fucking place where Lenin's buried and all that stuff, and they have that crazy candy castle looking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Candyland.
The Kremlin area, but like that one particular building, like that palace thing. There, like one person who was our host.
Tetris.
Yeah, was telling us how back in the day, apparently, it's like they made a crazy architect come in and build that very, very special thing for, you know, the Russian leadership. And then after he had like finished, or the Tsar or whatever, after he'd finished building that, he didn't want that building or architecture style replicated or anything like that. So he like ripped out the guy's eyes and like killed him and his family or some shit.
What a great thank you way.
Yeah,
very Russian.
Oh, that is a legendary story. But
So how was the food? Was the food good?
Yeah, did they just eat caviar every day?
they really like Philadelphia cheese sushi rolls, Philadelphia rolls.
Oh, I love Philly rolls. I fuck up Philly rolls.
This guy's Russian
I
as
get
fuck.
the California roll and I get the Philly roll.
That's what I'm saying. Like a bunch of sushi spots out there, but it's only like the westernized version.
Do you think they only took your ass there because they thought that you're gonna
Some racist shit.
They're like, what do these people eat? I don't know.
Sushi.
Borscht or whatever. It's like bread soup. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of
Were you
Russian.
able to find weed there at all?
No, I wasn't looking.
Nobody ever said, "Hey, you want to smoke?" Like casually.
Europe is all about spliffs though, in general. So it's always like a little bit of weed mixed with like tobacco. Everything's about a spliff, so you never like have anything pure. And at that time that I was going there were no things like vape cartridges and stuff like that. So like finding weed is like really like you gotta really be looking for it or like be in that crowd of people. But I never smoked weed in Russia.
Is it true that you have to do that dance move, which is like this shit?
The Russian leg kicking thing?
When you go like this,
That's just dope as fuck.
Yeah.
have you seen it?
Yeah, where they jump and do like 540s and land on their knees.
Whole dance style. That's just like one move in that world, but the rest of the moves are way crazier than that. That's probably like
impressive.
That's probably the tamest one out of them all.
it? Can you guys
I
do that
cannot
one?
do that, no.
I feel like we all tried doing that in elementary school.
Yes, that probably.
You gotta have mozzarella ACLs to do that shit.
I used to do this shit.
It's really hard.
You look Russian right there.
Yeah, I thought so.
You're Russian as
Thank you.
fuck.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Shit as fuck.
See the Brittney Griner sentence good because I'm wearing that.
Lock her up for
Now
10
do I
more
look?
years.
Now do I look hella Russian?
Oh, you know what? That's interesting. I wonder what Russian news says about.
They probably don't give a shit.
Like she brought drugs in.
Yeah,
I think it probably is something like that.
yeah. It must be very simple.
You
yeah.
know, because dude, is like I don't know, is CBD shit drugs even? Like, but I guess over there it is.
She's smuggling so many drugs. That's what they probably said.
To us, CBD is like a candle, a marijuana scented candle. Like nobody really thinks it's drugs.
There was a time though when people like treated weed like it was crack.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It wasn't too long ago.
15 years
The
ago.
madness era, yeah, for sure. They had whole like weird ass videos about it.
They're all true too.
Some states still do.
What's
Dude, hella people are still in jail for marijuana crimes right now,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
What's the equivalent of what?
What's the equivalent of like? So she goes there, brings drugs, gets arrested. Everyone, or not everyone, but a lot of Americans are like, "No, let her out. That's not. It should be fine." Like, what's the equivalent of someone from Russia coming here and doing something?
Cutting someone's
and
head off?
we're all like, "You can't fucking do that, man." And he's like, "In Russia, it's cool." Like, what's that?
Cutting someone's head off and then cutting a bear's head off and swapping them.
Come on.
Check in with the real thing.
I thought you guys like Halloween. You guys don't like Halloween?
Just riding a bear.
You know what? You know what makes me not. This isn't Russia, but that's the way that I view some like domestic abuse things. You know, like some people come from countries where it's cool to. It's like, all right.
I discipline my wife all the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I hit her with shoe.
Yeah.
But it's
Only one shoe.
Only one.
Yeah. You walk into a fucking women's like fucking speech thing. Why is she talking?
Why is she talking on stage?
I think Borat plays that the best.
Or you're in the audience and then you're clapping. And the chicks are like, oh no, those are for me, huh?
He's like, you're ready to launch,
Those are for me, huh?